What is the innovation?
I feel very confident.
Found out that anyone that had a really interesting idea.
It's usable for everybody.
So finding the fit is very important.
Doing things the right way.
Here, new partnerships, new licensing, new investments in place.
Innovation dialogue. East meets West in Silicon Valley.
亲爱的观众朋友，您好，我们今天呢是在硅谷中国无线协会的年会现场，为您访问到的是会长黄启明和副会长 Bill. So first of all, tell us something about your SVC Wireless.
I want to make a correction. Sorry, Bill is our chairman of the board.
Chairman of the board. Okay. Yeah. Chairman of the board. That's even.
So I report to him. Yeah.
I have a very simple job. Make certain she does her job.
Yes.
And she does a very good job of it. So SVC Wireless is really set up as a partnering organization between China and the United States. It's a not-for-profit organization, so it's staffed and run by volunteers. So we get people that have a real passion for connecting with China and creating businesses. And that's what we're trying to do. Meet the small business, meet the businesses in here, and then facilitate this interchange of ideas. And from those ideas, we hope to grow large trees.
You mentioned the people who really have the passion to connect with the China. And where does your passion come from?
The food. My wife is Chinese. Right, so that's where I have some affiliation in there. I was one of the early people involved in funding UTStarcom when they were just getting started, and traveled back and forth within there. It's a very dynamic economy with lots of opportunities to make money. You've got a history of 5,000–6,000 years of civilization that's kind of interesting to learn about and try to understand. So that makes it an interesting place to visit, an interesting place to eat, and a nice place to be able to make money and do business.
Great. Okay, thank you. So, Qiming, can you tell us something about your organization?
Okay, I want to add more comments on Bill's just his talk. Yes, we are non-profit, non-paid organization. So with that, we can gather a large team, core team, about 50 to 100 people who contribute to the organization because we do not have any budget limit. And then all those people is coming from the industry, mobile wireless, cloud, technology industry. And some of them have, like Bill, like me, have working experience in both US and China. And there we bring all our connections, our knowledge about the two markets, about the two cultures, and the whole industry together. And also I want to emphasize that our organization is a neutral, independent organization. Is not backed up by any big corporation or organization. We pretty much grassroots, and we're collecting very minimum amount of sponsorship from our like companies we help for. And so we do not have the organization itself does not have our own business interest. So we play pretty mutual positions to help the company from US and from China to grow international market.
I noticed that you have stressed on that non-profit, no pay, and no interest, and no, why you stressed on this? Is there any other, past experience or something?
Well, I just feel like that's our strength because of a neutral position, and then we actually can work with the competitors in the industry, and people from those big companies, they trust us. They know that we are helping everybody. We set up this neutral platform for everyone to come in to communicate, to collaborate on through our platform.
Yes, I can see not only passionate but also integrity you have. You keep.
And another thing that comes into that. But most organizations that are dealing with profits wait until there's something large enough in terms of the market to be able to track that. Because we're not profit, we form SIGs, special interest groups, based upon the interests of our members. Some of these are in obscure areas that may or may not grow large enough, but it allows for interchange of dynamic ideas within that group. So we're at the seed level, whereas the larger organizations wait until at least there's a small amount of grass growing before they step in to try to organize events around that. So we're at that early stage, which I think is one of the values of being small here in the Valley. You can't do it anywhere else. You've got to be here.
And also you got the spirit of startups, right?
Yeah, exactly. So ourselves is a startup like organization, even though we have been 10 years, but we still maintain this startup momentum. And also a lot of people like volunteers, core team member in our organization have their own startup business. And also, as Bill said, because we're a non-profit, so we are willing to go extra mile to help those startups that who cannot pay us anything. So we basically set up a good stage that they can do marketing on our stage without paying. And that's very rare, very unusual among other commercial organizations and conference.
Yes, so what's your expectation from them and what's your goal to achieve?
What we're trying to do is, as they grow, we want them to become partners in here and have their members, their employees, join us again so that we start to expand the base of people that we connect with, that we network with. Ultimately, the value is person-to-person networking and this interchange of ideas and connections. And that's what we want them to contribute as they are successful.
Yeah, I know that today you have a successful conference here, but you mentioned come back to the connecting to China. Have you ever done anything that in China actually connecting with some places or government or high-tech parks, for example?
Yes, we do. This year, early in June, we organized a big conference with China Radio Association of China. It's short name REC. It's an organization supported by MMI Ministry of Information Industry, right?
MII.
MII, yeah. So it
edit that out.
it was a very successful conference too, and then we actually invite the local VCs very active in mobile industry. We also invite some entrepreneurs like Tang Bin's team, like Yipei, they call it Yipei, Chinese name Yibao Zhifu. They are our early, like Tang Bin himself is first or second president of SVC Wireless. So we have that heritage there. We carry our volunteers goes to China, start their own company, carry our spirit to there. And also on top of that, we also have very close relationship with multiple industry parks in China, like in Beijing, Yizhuang, they also call Yitang. We have very close working relationship with them. We help them to set up accelerator, and we help them to attract local Silicon Valley startup excellent teams going there to tag the China market.
Yes, there were so many other groups are connecting with China and doing all kinds of conference and activities. And what's special about SVC Wireless, and what do you see the future cooperation with China in the mobile field?
Oh boy, you really give me a tough question. The thing that I see in here, what we bring, what is special about us is that we have connections on what really works, because everybody here is in a business and making something go. So small companies, medium-sized companies that come over here, they have two choices. They can go see the standard consulting firms and get the usual package, or if they're connected here through SVC Wireless and we've worked with them, then we provide them with person-to-person contacts to help guide them through the process and identify what are the real issues that they need to address. And that personal connection is really what we're building.
I also want to add up to that, the specialty actually is embedded in our name, SVC China Wireless, right? So we focus on wireless industry, including mobile and the cloud. The accelerator we set up with Yizhuang, Yitang in Beijing is accelerator focused on mobile application and wireless communication.
Okay, so there are many startups here. You mentioned that they can take your organization as a platform to do the business promotion and all those things. And can you stress a little bit on that?
Yeah, for example, like in this conference, we have one of us startups called Next Spectrum, and then have this product called Flash to Pay. It's a mobile application running on Google Play and also on Apple Store. They are using us as a platform. They're doing the demos here. The booth here actually is free, and also they are participate in one of the panel discussion. And they make, through this platform, they make the local valley knows about their company, knows about their product.
It's great. That actually we are the internet content provider and producer, and I hope that in the future and we can work together with you and to grow and to learn from each other.
Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Okay. Thank you for being with us. I'm Diana Ding. See you next time. Thank you. What is the innovation?
To feel very confident.
Found out that anyone that had a really interesting idea,
Usable for everybody. So finding a fit is very important.
Doing things the right way.
Here, new partnerships, new licensing, new investments take place.
Innovation dialogue. East meets West in Silicon Valley.